My dream. I woke up actually thinking I didn't dream. Because in my dream I was dreaming about dreaming. I was dreaming about dreaming. In my dream, gosh, what I remember right now, what stands out. I'm helping people interpret their dreams in my dream. and there's three. There's something about three interpretations, or three. It's just a theme about threes. Three different ways to look at your dream. Right? The three different ways. And so I'm gosh, that's so funny. I'm dreaming about dreaming in my dreams. Reminds me of an Inception movie. But I can't tell if I'm in college or if I'm in high school. Oh, because there's an element. It's foster care, I think. Foster care. It feels like foster care, like. I'm helping people interpret their dreams in foster care. People in foster care, kids in foster care. And there's someone who likes me. I don't like that. He's wearing glasses. But he likes me. And I don't like him. I'm walking away. But he's not letting me walk away. But I can't tell if I'm in college. That's what it is. I'm in college. I'm not in high school. I'm in school. I'm in college. That's what it was. There was a theme about college. Yeah, I remember that. So, because I woke up and I was sitting with the dream, but I think I sat with it a little too long that I started forgetting. And I remember thinking when I woke up, I'm in college. I'm doing this while I'm in college. But there's an element. I'm walking with kids, reassuring them. Oh, why am I reassuring them? I don't know if I'm reassuring them about their dream, or if they're just that they're okay. They're okay. But it's funny. It's just I'm dreaming about dreaming in my dreams. But it was about me helping people interpret their dreams in my dream. There's a lot more other scenes before that. There's someone loses their glasses. Is that Someone else is a little boy who loses glasses. And I'm helping him find, I'm helping him see. Helping him see. And then, what else happened? I don't remember. Oh, I still don't remember. So I went to bed. I wonder if this is probably why. I mean, I've been reading the book, the Charlie Morley book. Really helpful book. It's a good book. So far, like I'm learning from it, and the different type of journaling practices. I mean, he suggests also seeing, I guess, to practice the lucid dreaming, to start tracking the feeling that you have. Like if you can gauge it between the different levels of sleep, if you can be aware. It's really what it is. Can you be aware of the different stages of your sleep state and how that feels? And I do remember I've been going to bed averaging a little after midnight, but mostly because I'm staying up doing my notes and doing other stuff. And I've been trying to go to bed a little earlier. Yesterday I went to bed, or 2 nights ago I went to bed at 10, but I woke up exhausted. Like more exhausted. But then I don't know, because I also worked out, so I don't know if that made a difference. But I was just extra exhausted. And last night, I didn't work out yesterday. That was 2 nights ago that I went to bed and woke up exhausted. When I went to bed early and woke up exhausted. I didn't work out yesterday. And my body was aching, but it was also a long day at work. So I just wanted to rest. So that's my average time right now. I'm going to bed a little after midnight. And I do remember being aware of like when I'm transitioning into sleep. Yeah. It took me a little bit last night, but maybe. Also, he talked about just tracking all that. So not just your dreams, but tracking what happens before, and then averaging how many hours of sleep you get. I mean, it's 7 right now, so I'm technically still averaging. Even though I go to bed late, I am averaging around, because I'm not waking up at 5 anymore like I used to. I'm averaging I'll just say it, 5 to 7 hours, 5 to 8 hours of sleep. I just sleep late. I went to bed. So the video with Charlie Morley that I initially came across, where he's talking about it, I noticed that there were 2 other presenters also talking about dreams, and one of them was talking about Carl Jung's dream interpretation. So I've been watching that one, and that one's like an hour and 40 minutes long. So I've been wanting to watch it just to see, because I mentioned that in terms of modalities, like I'm still learning. I know enough to get by. But at the same time, when I was going to school, there was a big push on EBPs, evidence-based practices. So really, CBT, TFCBT, all these other modalities, mostly that evidence-based. And then trauma was stressed a lot during that time frame. And so I don't remember really working on Jungian, like, or focusing on that at all. So I feel like I'm learning about it all over again, right? And I remember at the beginning of this journey, I learned a little bit more like, oh, well, you know, he's the one that termed synchronicity. He's the one that talks about shadow work. He's the one, you know, and so I'm learning more about his view of dream interpretation versus Freud's. And it's really cool because, you know, I'm learning that he was tapped into the elements of the earth and the symbolism with that, and only that there's 4 interpretations. I'm trying to get to the point of the presenter, Marcus West, I think was his name, and I'll include the link for his presentation. He talks about how it can actually guide you, like the dreams guide you. So I'm like, okay. I mean, they're terming it the psyche helps guide you, right? I think it's something else, but, you know, based on my experiences, I don't think it's my psyche. I think it's my higher self. So there's more of a spiritual aspect to it. Yeah, there's more of a spiritual aspect to it. For me. Anyways, I just want to record my dream. There's more details on it. Like, the people that I was helping, the kids that I was helping, they're in foster care. A lot of them are black. And Hispanic or Latinos. And their kids too, like teenagers. There's a lot of teenagers and little kids too. Because I remember I was like this to one of them. Like, don't worry, it's okay. He was worried. So funny. Oh my god. Dream about dreaming. And writing down the dreams. But there was an emphasis of 3. There were 3 categories that I was writing in. 3 categories. And I wonder if it's the 3 categories that I've already identified, right? One of them speaks to your healing. One of them speaks to giving you the answer that you already know, right? Or providing an answer to what you're needing to know. And then potential prophecy, right? You look up the word prophecy because they were talking about someone was talking about that in order for it to be termed prophecy, it had to be specific. I had to be specific. I'm like, I didn't know that. At least for me, right? There is this element of predicting, but it's predicting an emotional response so far, and predicting the answer. Like when you asked for it, when I asked for it about that fire sign, I was given the answer in a not exact way, but like a kind of like new way. Like I knew he was hiding something, and I confronted him about it. I'm like, what are you not saying? And then he confirmed it, that he's like, well, we're talking about what we're not saying. The way he said it, I was like, really? Okay. And then he admitted it. Oh, so Charlie Morley gave an example of how in some of the sleep studies that he read about, in one of them, like a college student, they were tracking college students' dreams before a test or something exam, and one of them, the ones that did better were the ones that were dreaming about the exam as preparation for it, right? And then one of them specifically had a dream about a part, it was like some type of anatomy or biology or something. And they had a dream about like the spinal cord or something, and they woke up, they're like, I don't know the answer, so they looked it up, and they looked up the answer, and then it ended up having to show up on their test, and then he puts spooky, eh? So it's like, that's prophecy, right? In essence, like it's giving you a heads up, like, hey, it's not spooky. It's purposeful. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm just tracking, and I'm not kidding. I'm gonna go back to bed, actually. So, enough rambling.
Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else